Hey everyone, this is MJ from MJ's Off the Hook, and I'm here today with Brianna and Hanjan, and we
Hello.
are announcing the release of our ebook. If you tuned in back to our color work collection, we're doing another collection together, and this one's called the classic Cozy Collection. So I am so excited to just pop on and let everyone know what is happening. So today I'm streaming in on my YouTube channel, my Facebook, and also in the community group. So we just really wanted to pop on and just tell you about this collection, the colors we picked, the stitches. This is all about cozy, unique stitches. So maybe I'll get Brianna to kind of like jump on and just talk about her pattern that is in this collection.
Yeah, we're so excited. So the main takeaway from this collection that we want from you, is that we want you to, we're not going to be upset if you make one as a gift, obviously, but we want you to make something for you. We all were so busy over the holidays that we made everything for everyone else, from food to gifts to wrapping to blah. We didn't really take care of ourselves as much over the holidays. So now is the time. Do not feel guilty. Take care of yourself. All these patterns are designed in several sizes. So if you want to gift one or make matching ones for you and a relative, feel free. But I'm going to challenge you to make something for yourself. And I'm starting with socks. So for this event, I am doing socks. And before any negativity starts about socks, I'm going to shut that down.
No.
You can do this. I think again and again and again, I keep hearing how people are so afraid of socks. And listen, I get it. I think the very first sock I made was a knit sock, and I was slightly terrified. I don't know why, but I felt like I was going to open that pattern and it was just going to be a completely different language that I had never seen and so many terms that I did not know. And that's just not true. These are the same stitches you're working. Like if you've ever made a hat, you can make a sock. It's just the same concepts. It's just a different shape. I've designed this pattern to be customized to you, and I'm going to walk you through that. We all have videos. You can make it ankle length, and this is in Stroll Tonal, which is a fingering weight yarn. Also, don't be afraid. We're doing it in this weight because it will fit inside a shoe and be comfortable. And then you can also make them over the knee if you want to.
Yay.
This is how customizable they are. I talk about how to increase, which is super, super simple. And this is also an afterthought heel, which is super, super simple. The construction is really easy, and I do it toe up because that really is the best way to get a sock to fit really well, because we can try it on as we go. And also it's best if you're not sure how tall to make your sock, because with one, this is how much yarn I had left over for these ankle socks, quite a bit. I think it would make like mid-calf, a pair of mid-calf. But what you can always do with toe up is you can weigh your yarn halfway and be like, oh, okay, this is halfway. Now I'm going to stop my first sock and go to my second sock so I have enough. Whereas if you're doing top down, you might run out not knowing. And then you have toeless socks, which can also be fun.
And I have the link to Brianna's video. The link is in the description. So all of these patterns have YouTube videos. So if you're on YouTube, the videos are live now. So the links are in the description box. So Brianna's sock video is there, and also Hannah's mittens are there.
Yeah, and if you're scared, go watch the video, and you're gonna see, like, you'll be able to see that, like, oh, that's not scary. It's not scary at all.
Yeah, I haven't watched the videos yet, but I will be making the socks and the mittens, so I'll be watching the tutorials because I'm visual. I like to watch the tutorial. I probably will do that before I even look at the pattern, just to see.
I'm the same. Yeah. I watched your video, a bit of your video this morning, Brianna, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. And I really like the way that you kind of said, look, if you don't feel confident doing it this way, then do it this way. Like, it's really approachable.
Very. And it's a lot of fun, and you can make them. And I personally think the hardest part about making socks or mittens is that you just have to make two. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
We always like complete one and feel so great, and then we're like, oh yeah, I have to make another one. That's right.
But I mean, I made multiple hats even though I didn't have to. It was like I just kept going and going
because your whole family wanted them. Of course, they're fantastic.
I made all of them. Plus I made my daughter one too, and I'm making another one again that I'm hoping to put together a real like TikTok video. So I'm making another one, and these hats, like, they do take a little bit longer because of the stitch. The stitch I find is slow. I was working on it last night. Anyone who has tracks their steps will maybe like relate with me, but a lot of times you'll get steps from crocheting.
Yeah, I do.
Really?
I was working on my hat and I wasn't getting any more steps. And I'm like, I'm not going to close my rings because I was going
so nice if it would count our stitches for us, like 1 stitch, 2 stitch. Great.
I was going too slow, so I had to end up getting on my bike last night in the house so I could close my husband and I are on these challenges and we're trying to close all of our rings every day. So it's like competition, right? Between who will close their rings.
I mean, if close, isn't it kind of cheating using crochet to close? I mean,
it is kind of. But sometimes you do what you got to do to
it can count.
He's like, you're not actually closing. He has picked up. He's like, you're actually not closing all of your rings. You're just crocheting.
You're like,
I'm like,
we won't tell on you. It's fine.
I know. So yeah, so you can go watch these videos and practice working on this stitch. This is the herringbone single crochet stitch. It's so pretty. It does take a little longer to work up, but I think it's so worth it. And it really makes a nice, thick, cozy hat. Even though you're working with a worsted weight, it's a nice, bulky, ends up being a nice, bulky hat in the end.
I think it's a really good mark of a really good pattern, isn't it, Michelle? If you just want to keep making them, like you said, you couldn't stop. I've seen people made them already, and they're like, I want to make another one. So it must be an awesome pattern.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start giving my hats away though, because I'm beginning. Like I've been making a lot of hats recently, so I'm really getting like a lot of hats. I'm thinking I gotta start giving these away.
You have lots of choices to go with your wardrobe.
I know, I do. Except I got all these sizes. I don't have any little ones anymore. I'm gonna have to like.
Sad, right?
I know. I have like this little. I have this little sweet baby girl hat. I need to give. I need to give to somebody.
Like somebody have a baby girl, please.
Who has a baby girl? I'm trying to. You know me, and you're in my area, and you have a baby girl. I need to give it.
You can have it.
Like I'm gonna put it out in the world.
I'll put it out in the world. I know. I love gifting hats. It's so great to be able to give.
Well, especially where you live, they're really everyone needs hats.
Look so cute in hats. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And
it's so adorable, especially the pom-pom. It's so adorable.
This is the toddler, and it would be good for a boy or girl. So if anyone's interested,
please have them.
I know Hannah, if you guys haven't seen Hannah's little boy yet, or little boys, I should say, absolutely adorable. But her youngest, her little Oliver, he just every time
hilarious. They're honestly hilarious.
Pull him and squeeze him. He's so cute.
We did so these are my mittens. So I made them in like all the sizes, like from baby through to adult. And I did the 2 sizes that I did for my children. Because like children's hat is so hard to size for children sometimes, isn't it? It's heads and hands and feet. So I just kind of like one of these sizes will definitely fit a child that you know. But we put this yarn to the test when we did the photo shoot. Oh my goodness, they got absolutely filthy. And I planned to do the photographs like before we went on a big dog walk, but that wasn't happening. They were too excited. So they were absolutely covered in mud. And they still are, so they need a wash. But yeah, so these are my mittens, which also
I love the stitch.
I absolutely
they always use a herringbone stitch, so kind of like yours, Michelle, as well. It's the same concept, but it's in like a moss stitch. And it's got I don't know if you can see it terribly well there, but it's got loads of texture on it.
It's
and they're seamless, so there's no seaming or joining or anything like that. And they're really, really simple. So yeah, and I think lots of people are frightened of mittens as well, aren't they?
Yeah, sometimes
they feel like there's loads of shaping.
Scary.
No, they're not. They're not scary.
I can't wait to dive into those next week. My yarn is picked. I have it sitting next to the couch. I am so ready. I'm so excited. I'm debating
Monday,
though, because
don't we?
So my youngest will not like wear clothes, which we live in Florida, so he can get away with it. He just comes home and he'll just like take off his shirt and walk around. I'm like, okay, we're not in college yet. Like, simmer down. Yeah. But the funny thing is he won't wear a jacket, but he loves mittens. I made a pair.
Really?
Yes, I made a pair like it's been a couple years now. I made a pair for him and he wore them to school constantly. And the teacher was saying how much he loves those mittens. And so I'm debating making a pair for him just because I know he will use them. And I love that he actually is like, he appreciates it. Whereas like if I were to make him a hat, he doesn't really wear it as much, but mittens he does. I don't know. Maybe he just likes the feel of the texture. Yeah. So well, my child might be walking around the house shirtless, but he'll have mittens.
But with mittens on, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But they are quite tactile. This stitch is quite tactile.
I'm thinking he would love it.
Yeah, on the inside and the outside. So yeah, we like them. Yeah, he'd probably be good.
I'm gonna make Megan the mittens, I think, too.
Oh yeah.
We just talked about making stuff for ourselves. We're like, we're gonna make
for
our
children.
Yeah.
We'll make more than one.
Yeah. Definitely.
I made socks for myself. You guys made mittens for yourself. You made a hat for yourself.
I think I should make the socks for myself. I think that's what I'm going to do. I just haven't decided the length I want to do yet. It might depend how much time I have.
Yeah.
Get into that. Another beautiful thing about Toe Up, you might start thinking like I'm going to do ankle socks. Then you get there and you're like, you know what? I'm going to go all the way over the knee, or I'm going to go mid calf, or I'm just going to go to this point. So like you can decide later, which is awesome.
Yeah.
I was thinking I would make both socks to whatever ankle length and then kind of decide from there.
That's a good idea.
Before I add the cuff. Yeah,
that's what I might do too. I'm kind of thinking they would be nice in my winter boots, so I may make sure they go up high enough that they cover my ankles, and then wear them on my walks and see how warm they keep my feet.
That'd be awesome. So if you're just joining us now, we are here because we're doing a cozy crochet along. We're doing these in the community groups, but if you're not on Facebook, use the hashtag CozyCal, Cozy CAL, and we'll be able to see that. And even I think you can add that hashtag to YouTube stories or whatever else you want to do. So, and you can tag us as designers as well. But we will be so excited to see all of your projects. And our free crochet along starts on Monday, where all of our patterns will drop on our blogs. And if you want to start now, though, we did last time. We've had an overwhelming response. I love all the comments when people say that our PDF is so beautiful. I'm like, thank you. We spent a lot of time on it. We did. But it took all three of our brains to make it. This is why we love collaborating. We each bring something to the table, and the end result is just gorgeous. And we're all so proud of it. But if you want the ebook now, it's available for purchase. And I love how people have responded to our event and our ebook. I think because we did this last time with a color work, people are just jumping on so quick this time, which makes me so happy. We must have done something right, because it is so much fun to do these events.
Yeah, I had people messaging me like back in December going, when are you doing the next one? When's it coming?
Yeah. Yeah, same.
You're like, after I finish the eggnog.
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, let me finish. But we get carried away though, don't we? We like planning already for the next one.
Yeah. This is so much fun. And we can tell you like it too. I think it's really nice to slow down sometimes and know that, every single pattern has a video, and we're here. We're going to be live. We're going to be, answering any questions. So you're not doing this alone. And that's what's fun about crochet alongs.
Yeah, I love the community feel of a crochet along. I love seeing everybody's yarn choices. I love seeing everyone's pictures. Like, it's so much fun, and everyone really gets involved in our groups and posts, and everyone helps each other, which again is amazing. So if you're having an issue, just make sure to post it in the group, and you can pretty much guarantee a lot of people are going to jump on and try and help you. So that's what's great. Yeah.
Everyone's so encouraging, and that's what I love about like our little crochet corner of the world is we're just having so much fun. And it also, doing this crochet alongs, like, it just makes you realize how many people there are just all over doing the same thing you're doing. And it's fun to do the same project together and feel like less isolated in our craft, because we can't all get our husbands to do crochet with us, or my sister, she won't do it with me. So it's nice to have a friend who gets it, who gets the excitement over choosing yarn choices, because I get so excited over yarn choices. I probably annoy everybody at my house with like, should I do this or this or this? And they're like,
is there anything like people in my house? They're like, I don't care. I know,
yeah. But if I
and my husband says my husband, you'll give him 2 different colors and he'll be like, well, they're basically the same. So, like, what do you say to that?
I know. And I love Hannah and I think all 3 of us were talking about this on the last time we went live, that I always feel like, oh yeah, I chose the perfect color for this project. There will be nothing that will be better than the color I've chosen. And then I'm proven wrong every time. People post stuff and I'm like, oh, well, I should have done it in that color.
I know.
Well, now I want it in that color. Every time I love seeing the variety.
With my mosaic hat, I loved seeing all of the color changes that people like pick, like
chroma,
beautiful yarns that change color. So now, because I saw all that, I ordered the chroma bulky twist from We Crochet, and I'm gonna do a bulky version that has that color, because I'm like, I just love that so much. I have to make a hat. I have to do that.
It's so fun. Chroma, if you've never tried chroma, maybe we'll choose chroma down the road, because if you've never tried it, it is so fun to work with, because it does like a color fade. There's not like a sharp color change.
Yeah.
And it does color work for you. It really, really does. It just, you're still working with like 2 strands of yarn and color work, or 1 strand if you're just doing it in chroma. And it's doing this fantastic color work that looks really intense, but you were just working with 1 strand the whole time.
I know.
Which I have some on my desk. This is so people can see. I released this on the blog. This is chroma. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is only 2 strands of yarn that are worked together, but the 1 strand changes color, and it makes a fantastic, whether you do knit or crochet, it makes a fantastic like look to it, and it looks like so complicated. But I did not weave in a ton of ends because I do not like to.
Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, I can't wait to get my yarn and just look at the color. I chose, I think, 3 or 4 different colors. I don't know. I'm just like,
ooh. Oh, okay. You have to post a photo of all your color choices then.
I will. It's so pretty. I'm like, okay, so of course I'm ordering all this yarn again for projects. And I'm like, when am I going to fit this all in again? But I'll figure it out.
I've tried to vow this year that I'm not going to buy or order any extra yarn that if I already have something that I can use. I'm not going to stick to it. I'm clearly not going to stick to that. But
I've been trying, and I will do good for a while. And then the next time I go to buy yarn, like things just happen to find their way into the cart.
Yeah.
Like, but would be nice if that could be here too.
And I don't like playing like yarn chicken. So
no,
you got to have enough. You got to like, if I'm not sure,
play.
then
I know. I'm gonna look at. Someone asked, "Is it expensive?" And I'm not even sure how. I'm gonna check the price and see what kind of price
for chroma. Oh, it's like $9.99 for fingering. Wow, you think I would remember these? But it's cool because I have the site up on my computer already.
I think, because they have fingering weight and they have worsted weight, and then they also have the bulky weight. So
fingering is $11.99 US, but it is a lot of yards. It is 396 yards.
Okay, and it's $11.99 for the worsted, but you're not getting as much yardage, so you're getting 198 yards. And
there's not many yarns like chroma. Like it's just not as common to find those color changes.
It's really not. And if you're making smaller projects, like you figure like you'll only need 1 ball of that.
Yeah, for a pair of socks, it would be 1 ball, wouldn't it? So
even for a hat, like 1 ball. So there's so many different color choices. I wanted to order the worsted too, but I was like, I'm just gonna order the bulky for now.
One of my testers did the sock in chroma narwhal, which is one of my favorites because it's just like it's a blue that fades to like a light blue. It just reminds me of Frozen. It's definitely Elsa's.
I love Elsa's.
They should rename that from narwhal to Elsa, but it's
she doesn't need socks though.
Okay, so yeah, they're all the same. So the bulky is $11.99 as well, but then the yardage is down, so it's 127 yards. And when I do mine, I'm gonna combine it with a bear. So I'm gonna do a bear and then a color, and the colors are so pretty. I did a shawl in chroma twist bulky that I just was obsessed with too.
It's so pretty. So yeah, all these are from We Crochet, which we adore. We Crochet. They're helping sponsor our event. And they're going to be doing giveaways with us starting next week, which is super exciting. We're obsessed with their yarn and their tools. We have so much fun using it for projects. It's funny because someone said something about a yarn line the other day and I was like, what? And they're like, from We Crochet. I'm like, no, I know all their yarn lines. And then I was like, wait, that is? And I looked at it, I was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that existed. It seems like for every project, it's really easy to find what you need on their site because they have like from cotton to, merino wool to whatever, and lots of great substitutes, which is why in our ebook, we talk more about the yarn. Someone asked they'd love to see our color choices. We post that in our ebook, and then we also take it a step further and we post like some inspiration color choices and yarn names if you wanted to do something different. So I did mine in Stroll Fingering, which is a fantastic yarn for sock, but you would be shocked at how many yarns on We Crochet there are that are amazing for socks. They've got their whole Hawthorne line and like endless colors that you could ever want, hand dyed, kettle dyed, like it's just fantastic. And their prices are amazing for a lot of their hand dyed hanks. It's going to be like half the price you would pay sometimes in going into a yarn shop. So it's great value. I love We Crochet. They're amazing.
I'm quite new to We Crochet yarns over maybe the last year, and I've just fallen in love with them. And I especially love the fact that even though lots of people that follow me are over in lots of different countries, I can get it here in the UK. We can order it here.
Yes.
Which is really quite unusual for companies elsewhere sending to little old us.
I've been a fan for the longest time, but of Knit Picks. So if you're not as familiar with We Crochet, so Knit Picks is their original brand name, and they really cater to knitters. Mm-hmm. And I have so much yarn from them because I was doing a lot of baby props, and they just had the best yarn for a lot of baby props. And then they branched to We Crochet. So it's like a sister site. It's all under the same umbrella. But I love that they recognized that crocheters need a space too, because we love that. Yeah. We love when we get our own customized individual space, and they're feeding us, stuff on the We Crochet site that we're interested in, crochet patterns to like stitch designs to inspiration. And then there's also Knit Picks. So honestly, whatever site you order from, you're going to find the same yarns. We just like to say We Crochet since it's a crochet event. But you might find, I ordered yarn recently, some of their labels might still say Knit Picks.
Yes.
So don't be surprised.
Yeah, I've had that. Yeah.
Yeah, some of them do.
Yes.
Just going through we're getting lots of comments on here. So I don't know if you guys can see them. Can you guys see the comments?
No,
I can't. So someone says they can't wait. They have a secret yarn stash from their husband because he doesn't understand the yarn addiction. Well, we do, and we support your secret yarn stash. We are here for you, Janae. We 100% support this. So we're excited right along with you. Someone else says, Marianne says her husband is colorblind, so he is of no help. Yeah. You can't even ask him. At least he gets out of giving he's just like, I can't tell you, but we can. So feel free to post.
Yeah.
Someone says, oh, love all the new stitches. My mom and grandmother taught me to crochet as a girl. Last year, my mom had double bypass surgery and I started again. That's a good time to start. Yeah. So nice. That's the beautiful thing about working in the fiber arts or picking up that craft is you can pick it up and you can put it down, and you can pick it up and you can put it down guilt-free. It's totally fine if you start one of these projects with intentions on finishing it in a week and you don't. Completely fine. It is something that can be very adjustable to your lifestyle. If something comes up and you can't pick it up that day, totally cool. We're still here for you a year from now. We want to see your project whenever you complete it. Mm-hmm. And along the way, we love in progress photos.
Yes,
so
definitely. Mm-hmm.
Would love to see all the colors you chose to use for Cal yourselves. So I can choose some of my colors here. So I picked. We usually like to kind of go with a theme that we all use similar colors to stick within our theme, but we all have a little bit different, right? So I chose. I'm using Swish Worsted Weight, and Hannah went with Swish Worsted not Worsted, DK. We both went with Swish. Yeah. Swish is so soft and squishy, and it's one of our probably favorite.
Love Swish.
We all love Swish. And I chose Squirrel Heather, which I really love. It's a gray, but it sort of almost goes to a little bit of a taupe.
Yeah,
Gray.
I use that as well.
I love that color. I used Wonderland Heather, which is this beautiful blue color. I'm just trying to think. I also used
chose
Dove Heather, so a nice
that squirrel
gray.
one.
Did you use
I don't have mine with
frosting,
so
isn't
that
it?
squirrel
And
one is one I chose.
Frosting.
Yeah, frosting is the light pink. I love pink. Everyone knows MJ loves pink. So I've got a lot of pink in my feed. I noticed in my Instagram, I'm like, I'm just all pink right now. It's great.
I've got this one. This one's slightly darker than that frosting. This is Blossom Heather. That's really nice. Mm-hmm. And then I did mine in Rose Heather, which they're looking a bit more red, I think, there than they actually are. They are much pinker than this. Mm-hmm. And for the boys, I did this one's Lost Lake Heather. You probably can't see that very well, but that's a really nice mossy green.
Yeah,
that's really
love
nice.
that too.
And then the dark blue was just some random stuff I had left that actually I thought they looked really cute. This is Delft Heather.
I like that. I am doing I chose the stroll colors, which I'd love to see these in a solid too. There's so many colors I want to make things in. I know everyone relates to this, and there's only so much time. But I will show you the bottom of another one I started. I love this in stroll tweed. It works fantastic, and it's so soft, and just having that like tweed. There's so many choices. You really can't go wrong. Mm-hmm. When I make Hannah's mittens, I think it's in Squirrel Heather. I think you held that up, Michelle.
Yeah.
But in DK for the mittens.
Yeah.
And then for Michelle's hat, I'm wavering because I kind of want to do it in a beige, but I also have the frosting pink. And after seeing Michelle's frosting pink, I kind of want to do it in that. So I'm having a hard time choosing. Yes. Every time I see that, I'm like, I should just do it in the frosting. But then I had originally set aside the beige. So I just got to like make that switch in my brain. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Either was going to be so pretty.
It's nice. I love our color theme. And we'll go with another sort of color theme again next time. So it's definitely, we have a lot of fun picking our colors, don't we?
Yeah.
I think that's one of my favorite parts.
Oh yeah, it's the best part. It's the best part.
What yarn shall we use? What color shall we use?
Yeah, and we already had our meeting and picked out our yarn and our colors for our next one. So and we all
did.
Actually
it was happening in like 3 seconds.
We didn't fight about it. We all agreed.
No,
I
we
think
did
we
that
all
right
have,
before
similar
live,
taste,
and I swear the whole conversation was under like 2 minutes.
Yep,
we were just like, good, done. Yes.
But yeah, I think we all have quite similar taste, don't we, in colors? Mm-hmm. Anyway, so it works.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's not hard. There's so many beautiful colors on We Crochet that it's just really not hard to be like this, and this. Cool, done.
Yeah.
They really pair their colors well together in every
I like this here. Mary said, I just did some massive yarn buying.
Yay for yarn buying.
I'm going to later today.
For yarn buying, yeah. Yeah, so I'm just going through the comments to see. I think we've maybe answered them.
Yeah, I don't see any more questions. Someone said, love the beanies and socks. You can always donate them. It's true. You can always donate these if you do decide to make them for someone else.
Mm-hmm. For Easter. Okay, so we haven't nailed down our date yet. Yeah. I'm not even sure when Easter falls this year.
Neither do I. I don't know.
We're away. I think it's the 12th of April.
So we chose colors, and that was it.
Yeah.
Colors and that. Yeah, we weren't thinking
at some point in the future was the date.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We did the fun part.
We will set a date. We will set some time.
Yes,
we love the ebook.
So this collection really focused on
so
interesting stitches, right, guys? Like that was kind of our. Yeah. We wanted to show you stitches that you maybe you've used them, maybe not. Probably not Brianna's, because Brianna, unless you've done one of Brianna's other designs, she's come up. And Hannah,
you have a few designs out in it now.
Is this your own unique stitch as well, Hannah? Because I
think so. No, I think so. I've never seen it anywhere. But I mean, maybe someone somewhere's used it, but I've never seen it. So
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it. So mine, it's certainly out there, but you've maybe not tried it. So yeah, we just wanted to teach you, of course, new. And this time we decided all to do our own unique projects, which I think is fun. Like last time we all
They're
did
all cozy.
This time you're getting a little bit of a variety, which I think is really nice to see those stitches worked up in different items.
Yeah. Yep. They're all cozy items. So whether you need mittens, a hat, or socks to get through the rest of winter, we are here for you. For sure.
And we deliberately chose things, didn't we, that have different constructions. So like Michelle, your hats worked flat and then joined in the ribbing ad.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that
it's
right?
A different construction than I'm used to, but I wanted to see that herringbone stitch going this way. I didn't want to work it in the round.
Perfect like that.
So, and it really it turns out really great. It's a nice high kind of fit, and the stitches, because it's thick, it holds its shape really, really well. So
I like that. I don't like
it looks so
cozy, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, it's super cozy. The hat that I'm wearing all the time now, because I did a little extra with some of the hats. I added a strand of a loft lace weight mohair, and that just gives you an extra thick, sort of fuzzy looking hat. So this is just, it's up to you whether you decide you want to add it. But if you're, live where it's really cold, especially, those in northern Canada, you may want to add this. And also I gave 2 brim options as well. So this was the men's style brim, but I've seen it already done for women, their hats as well, with the style brim.
Yeah, I saw that. It looks really nice.
I like both brims. I can't decide which one I'm going to do yet.
Yeah, so I mean, this one would be quicker. This one's quicker than the other one. So depending on your time, again.
Yes. See how you feel. See how you feel when you get there. And my mittens, they're completely seamless. And so they've got, I know loads of people hate it, but it's got a slip stitch rib to it. But it doesn't take
I don't hate it.
My thing. You don't hate good. Don't hate me. Don't hate me. And I think it's so worth it because it looks so much neater. And especially for going around your wrist
to keep it,
and then it's worked in the round, and then it's completely seamlessly done, and then you just decrease to join for the thumb and the top. And like the thing is with all of these projects, isn't it? Like once you learn the technique of working something from the bottom up or side across or whatever, that's then you can translate that to any other project that is made with that construction. So like come and learn, watch our videos, come and read the patterns, because they are very detailed, aren't they, in the ebook? And learn the technique, because then you'll be able to use that in other projects that you do.
Yeah, it's all about learning new things.
And that's
I had a thought about your mittens the other day. I had a thought about your mittens. Yep. And then it's just one of those things that popped in my head, and then I just wondered what everyone else does. I don't know why. It just took me back to my childhood. And when it comes to mittens, I'm trying to remember, because my mom would always make us wear them a certain way. So I'm curious. Everyone answer. Flood with answers. We might put this in the community group too. Do you wear, when you're wearing a coat, do you wear your mitten on the inside of your coat sleeve, or do you put your mitten over the coat sleeve? Which is correct? Because let's prove my mother wrong. No, I'm just kidding. I used to fight her on it.
I don't know. Inside.
I think inside.
Is it?
Yeah.
My mom would tuck them over our coat sleeve.
Oh. Well, now you see, I do understand that from a mum point of view.
Because she said it'd be less likely for snow or something.
Yeah. But like, like, because when you
she would take her mittens over the cuff of the coat.
Maybe to keep you warmer. I don't know.
I'm not sure if there's a correct or incorrect way. And I was trying to remember what way. I mean, I'm guessing it's because like when I was shoveling snow or like playing in the snow, I think she felt like the snow was less likely to get caught in when I was like digging into the snow.
Yeah.
But I didn't like it. I don't know why. I prefer it with the coat over. But she would put the mitten cuff over the coat cuff. And I'm curious if anyone else wore them that way. So now everyone's going to have to tell us.
No.
And some mittens are designed that way. Like you see some of the big ski ones, right? Or the snowmobile mitts. Like they go up over.
Way over. Yeah.
Yeah, they go way
over.
And like ski mittens, are those over the coat?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I know the ones that recently I've got for the kids, they went over because they do downhill skiing. So
yeah. See, my children will never have to like experience this fight with their mother the way that they want to wear their mittens. Because we
you're just getting your son to put his shirt on.
Did you use
his shirt on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so like when I was really little, yes, we would have like those metal clippy things.
Yeah.
It would like clip them.
We have like a long string and it goes down one arm, down the back, and down the other arm.
Yeah, we did those too. And then I think they weren't allowed to have those at the school anymore. And I think because it could be like a strangling hazard.
Get tangled. Yeah.
So then the clips became really popular. I just found it didn't matter. When my kids were little, we would lose one of every mitten.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And I still have, I think, like a bag of like mittens, thinking that miraculously the pair, like the match is going to show up. But we go through this every single winter, even now that
maybe if you're making mittens for a child, make 3 and have a backup for when they lose one.
That's such a good idea.
Christina says she used to wear them over the coat digging in the snow. So maybe
it's a thing.
Maybe it is a thing.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, it feels like a practical thing. Definitely.
I just feel like people might be wearing them differently depending on where they are in the world. I don't know. I was wondering if there was like one standard or if it was just kind of
continental style. And
yeah. I don't know. Well, I am going to jump off here, ladies, because I promised my husband I would eat lunch with him today 10 minutes ago.
Oh, lovely.
He just messaged like, are you still talking about yarn?
You can always talk about yarn.
They don't like cover everything. We probably all should get going and get on with our days.
Yes.
So I think Hannah, you've got to get going as well too. Hannah's
on. Go and get the children.
So it's probably getting on in the day for you. Probably almost dinner. I guess it's almost dinner time for you.
Yes. Yeah. It's 20 to 6. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyways, guys, everything's in the description box. The link to tell you all the information. So the link to get the ebook, but all the information about the crochet along, our community groups, everything that you need to know is in that link. So just click on that link. And then I also have the video links if you want to jump over and watch the videos. But next week, so starting January 17th, the CALs will start and the patterns will be free on our blogs. So you can take part even if you don't buy the ebook. So they will all go live on our blogs on the 17th. So make sure to check each of our blogs out for that. But all the links will be on that on the link that's in the description box. So everything will,
all the information.
Okay. So everyone have an awesome Thursday and thanks so much for joining us.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.